7. 1, 2, 5. We're doing this right?
Oh. Never doing it right.
What? Speaking of that, what episode are we on? I was thinking
71.
Are
we
we
have
really
two
on
that
71?
two that didn't make it on there.
We have 2 episodes that are gonna fucking come out when we
Patreon.
want to fucking look stupid.
And
more than
blackmail
you
me.
do.
Well, 2. One to make Paul look stupid because that's the one that we didn't use,
and he never came
And-
back.
and then one to make you look stupid.
Well,
You're an idiot.
I don't think.
Oh, I watched it and you contradicted yourself at least 7 times.
That's
And
life,
at the
baby.
very end,
Life
you
is
admitted that we were right.
contradiction.
So
Okay, and that's how you have a conversation, correct?
it's discussion.
Discussion.
That's, what you're
Well,
trying-
still
that's the word you're
conversation.
looking for.
Dude, and
Conversation,
next
discussion,
time
same
you
shit.
decide to fucking not wear shoes on the podcast, can you please wash the bottom of your feet? Fucking all
No,
dark and
fucking
shit.
Blackfoot tribe. over
Nasty
here.
ass fool.
My feet are dark.
Look at that shit.
Nasty.
Damn, you guys can't see it on Periscope, but you guys can see it on YouTube and everything.
That's what they call the girls in. They come out of the club.
Oh, the
Blackfoot tribe.
clap.
Out of the clap.
That's, that's funny. The girls come out of the clap.
Out of the club. Blackfoot tribe.
Well, speaking of,
Wasn't the
well,
clap a disease?
Yeah, isn't that like
Yeah. So
chlamydia?
Is that what that is? I
I
never.
don't know, I just thought
didn't
like
know
it
what-
sounded similar.
Yeah,
so.
I thought it.
I think it is because I always hear. I don't hear in person, but I hear like on.
I always hear
podcast.
that shit. I always hear about chlamydia.
Yeah.
Well,
It's always
speaking
around
of,
me.
like the club and all that. So last night I went. My mom had it, and we went down there. Went to eat at something Wharfs.
Prince Wharf,
Oh,
San Francisco.
But it was something like Woody's Wharf or something like that. But anyways, at a certain point, it turned into a bar,
Yeah.
and that line was nuts. But after we left there, I had to go to the liquor store and
Wait,
get my mom
you said you were in
Balboa, Newport.
okay.
Oh, I know what you're
so
talking
you're
about.
further out that way.
Woody's Wharf, right next door is like
Like
it's called-
Sharky's and
it's
all
called,
that.
No, it's before that. It's like next door is called Pinnacle or something like that. and it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like high end.
Yeah, you're
like,
close to
type
like the
club
Yard House and all that.
shit. Yeah, coming through Costa Mesa, like
Yeah.
in the beginning of.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the triangle?
It's called Pinnacle, the place next to us, and
Oh, wait, right when you get off the freeway.
no, that's where
That's
the
the
Yard
triangle.
House is,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's where like the
So
Buffalo
that's what
Wild
he's
Wings
saying.
Yeah,
is.
he's in between
It's-
the Yard
it's-
House
it's-
and Sharky's. Like in
Yeah,
that
it's
area.
in. I guess you would clarify.
I know
it
what
as
you're
that,
talking about,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? But it all looks the same.
Have you been to I forget what it's called now? That I hate when I forget things. Like I know what I want to say, but it just
Where in,
Um,
that area or like?
well,
in
it's like Huntington going towards Newport, but yeah, it's in Huntington. It's it's basically, it looks like in a house, like you're going to a house party, but it's a bar / club. Super dope.
There's a lot of little areas like
one
that,
that we
like
used to go
hidden
to
little
all the time?
bars. like
No,
that.
no, this is new. They built it.
Oh, it's
they
new.
have a Equinox gym there now. It's like that new area they just built.
Oh, right by the Hilton, like
yeah,
that
the-
new shopping
yeah,
center.
new
thing right
shopping
there.
center mall /
Yeah.
whatever. So there's a place. Oh, it's called the Bungalow. So the Bungalow's fucking pretty dope. You go in there and it's like if you're inside of a house party. There's pool tables, there's furniture, there's everything, and everyone's just chilling, hanging out inside.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
a Surf City.
and then right outside, there's a balcony where you can see the wall.
But what I was like, what I was getting to is that after that, it was like, I want to say 11:30, 11:40. We were heading home, and I had to stop by the liquor store to get my mom some cigarettes. Maybe so, but
Your mom smokes?
once in a while,
That's
like she'll
fine.
have like a weird ass craving, like a weird thing. Like when we were younger,
Oh, your fucking stepdad smokes all the time. So
no,
it's
but
like secondhand.
for her, it's okay. It's not weird, but when we were younger, she would smoke. It
Oh,
was
okay.
a house with, like gets into like the walls and the carpets and like all that shit.
But I
But
would
anyways,
see her smoke all the time.
I
When
never
was she
really
I was
saw her.
sitting on the
Yeah,
by the
sit-
pool.
Yeah, by the pool. And
But
just saw-
anyway, she was
Oh,
craving
shit.
one, so
I
I
never saw her.
dropped her at the liquor store. Well, I didn't drop her. I went there. I got out. I went into the liquor store, and all these kids. I guess you can't. Well, they're kids to me. Some weird way. I'm only 31, but when I'm looking at the younger, like they're
Mhm.
25, like that age.
Even
For
that
some
much younger.
reason, I know that's what I'm saying. Like I felt like an old ass man. Like I looked at these. I was like, that's how I thought about them in my head. It was like kids. They're getting beer.
Well,
and
you
they're, like,
also have kids.
that's might be another thing, but they're just acting wild. They're like, oh yeah, we couldn't get the line. Obviously, everything's a lower capacity.
Yeah.
Can't So they're just all flooding that liquor store. The line, I had to wait in the line for like 15 minutes for cigarettes. But it's just crazy at now how I think of that age group. I'm 5 years younger than me, if that. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this shit's so wild to me. I don't.
But you also left the party while it was gone. Had kids like right out of high school.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
okay, that's a big thing, but
That's
it's
the
still.
thing. That's the main
I know,
reason.
but like at a
you
certain
want an
point.
answer why you're thinking this way.
But
that's
at a
it.
certain point, when you
Yeah,
get to
I
like
agree.
25, 26, aren't you like.
No,
Kinda
you're
like, this
always
shit gets
putting that
boring.
on people. You're always putting that on people, but that's just because you're not doing it.
And
So
plus,
Going
how
to
you said, like-
bars is different than going to like, oh, let's go club.
but you said
Club's
it was a
totally
bar.
different, but it's they dancing like that's a
So
club.
it's a lounge.
But they're like
that sounds like a cool place.
Sharky's is like a club sort of.
No,
It's a
Sharky's-
bar
Sharky's
lounge,
is a
but
lounge.
they have, people are dancing and all
But
that
still-
stuff.
I don't know.
that's
I see a club different. When I think of a
Yeah.
club, I think like an actual club with
QC
a
2020 and all
DJ
that shit.
DJ, and there's actual fucking people dancing in the bottle
Yeah.
service. I see a bar slash
Yeah,
fucking
you're
people dancing. I
you're
just think that's a
thinking-
good time.
you're thinking pretty old because I feel like we would bring a DJ in here and you'll call this a club.
Well, no, what the fuck? I call that a house party. I'll bring my iPod and my Ion speaker and just Bluetooth that shit.
Fuck.
No, but yeah, even being out late even now is a thing for me. 30, but
That's just straight dad talk.
12:30, and then I have
That's
to
all
give them
that
a
is.
bath and like.
You're Frank the Tank.
Oh,
That's who you
fuck.
are.
I need to buy that shirt. I need to get that shirt somewhere.
It's
on,
literally
guys.
like they're like, yo, take
We're
the
going
shot.
drinking.
They're like, yo, take this beer bong. Oh no, like I'm gonna be busy tomorrow.
Bro,
what do you gotta do tomorrow?
I had that let's go streaky. I had that moment last night because another dude was there with my mom and her friends, and we vibed out. Like he goes to Havasu, he has a boat. Like he's an older dude too,
so
but
you
he's like
out because you have nothing like him.
he's a fit dude. Like no, but like I guess how
Again, yeah, nothing to compare.
every joke I would make. And then he started drinking the Stone IPA. They had a Stone IPA there.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh shit. Okay, so like we started talking about that, and then anyways,
Freaking.
I was walking to the beach because it was like 11 at night, and the beach is closed at 10.
Yeah.
But I took the kids down there because I wanted to. Cause the beach is wild at night. It's like pitch dark, and you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
you're
there's
walking, you don't know
no-
where
yeah.
it's gonna start and all that shit. And they were scared to get in the water, but then I tricked Josiah to get wet. But anyway, we were walking back, and he was walking towards the beach with one of my mom's friends. I was like, bro, go jump in the water. Let's like some shit like that. Like that when he said streaking, I was like, oh, that's kind of like my streaking.
Have you ever
Like, let's
swam
do
in
some
the
crazy
ocean
shit like that.
at night?
No.
It's pretty tight.
It is pretty cool.
It's kind of scary though.
It's scary
to-
though.
to be
like
honest.
someone you
Super
just
scary.
get fucking dragged.
Remember we used to go to
Under the
Balboa
water.
and we just run in there. Like, fuck.
Bonfires at Balboa are always dope.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, fucking lately, like let's say I want to go to the beach inside the water, I kind of think about sharks and shit now, just because I've been watching like Shark Week. And then you see the sharks closer to the fucking.
Well, they just
Well,
recently had a shark that it was on like super shallow, and they're like pulling it back out.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and we were going to the
Santa
beach the next
Monica.
day, and I was like, oh
I
shit.
think it
But
was Santa Monica.
But
what's the odds?
what I was saying
Who
was
sucks?
apart from Frank the Tank was when he's like, oh, I don't know, well, like he's like, so why are you so busy? Like, why can't you take this beer bong? He's like, oh, like what are you gonna do tomorrow? He's like, oh, we might go to grocery shopping. We might have to go to Home Depot. I don't know if we'll have time. And then they all stop and look at him like, fucking serious? Then he just realized like I'm fucking whack, like I'm old. And then that's when he turned into Frank the Tank again.
No, that's a real thing.
It's not.
It is.
Does it take that long for you to go grocery shopping plus Home Depot?
Well, I mean, if you would go to Home Depot, it's because you have a project. I understand that. Like, they come home, do a thing, but just grocery shopping doesn't take that long.
Yeah, but it drains you.
What?
Yeah,
Who's
I
getting
get-
drained from grocery shopping?
Fuck no.
Our business when you guys
Grocery
start going
shopping is
grocery
annoying.
shopping.
like
Exactly. it
grocery
I
drains
haven't
you.
gone, obviously.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
for
haven't.
you, he can just buy some random ass shit. Just
No,
Yeah, I was
he's
gonna
a,
go
he's
to
a fucking
Costco.
grown up now, son of a bitch.
I know.
He has a
I seen the
Costco
frozen
card.
chicken in
He
there.
has a fucking
Costco
Costco card, dude.
Oh,
that was just a flex.
Who put you on?
What do you mean? I
jumped
put
on with
myself
them?
on. No,
Oh, you just went and got your own thing.
Yeah.
How much is it? How much is it starting off?
$60.
$60?
monthly.
No, it's just
There's
a
no
year
monthly.
price.
What's the year?
60 to
200?
renew, I think. I think it's less to renew. I think it might be like 40 to renew. I heard that from people, but yeah, it's $60 for
What's
the
the
year.
closest Costco here?
Right here.
Oh,
Dude,
sweet.
name a store. I'll tell you.
Bro,
It's right here.
pizza's fire at Costco. Their chicken
Chicken bakes.
bakes
No,
are
rank 'em,
fire.
rank 'em. What's number one
What?
at Costco's fucking little restaurant?
Lord. I'd have to go the sausage just because it comes with a drink.
For
They
real?
sell a sausage?
They
yeah,
have
the
the
hot dogs. Hot dogs.
but they have the hot dog. They have a Polish sausage.
oh
What?
no shit,
I've never
is
tried
fucking
that.
fire.
dude! I say
We can
chicken
go right
bake.
now.
Yeah, for real.
Chicken bake.
Chicken
yeah,
bake.
Oh yeah.
The chicken, the turkey melt, fucking fire.
Is that new? I've never even
Nah,
seen the turkey
son,
meal.
that's been
I've
there.
seen it's been there, but I've never really tried.
Turkey
No, I
melt
haven't
is
tried it.
fire.
I remember they came out some bullshit chicken bakes. It was like the Mexican ones.
Oh yeah, the carne
They
asada
sell
ones.
They didn't
chicken
really-
bake.
they didn't
You
do
can
that, though.
buy the frozen Costco chicken bakes in such Costco.
Dude, I
Yeah,
just
I didn't know
discovered that
that.
shit
I
the other
didn't know
day.
that.
I was
Yeah.
like, no,
It doesn't taste
fucking
the
way.
same, but you.
Of
know,
course.
It's like getting sushi at Ralph's. It doesn't taste the same, but it'll fix.
I still fuck with
It
it though,
fixes
because
the
Andy's
shit.
mom used to have them at his crib, and they were still good. They just weren't
Dude, sushi at Ralph's is
oven
bomb.
fresh.
No, I haven't been to a sushi spot, a legit sushi spot, and sat down and drank and just
On the street.
enjoyed it.
On the
When
street.
I need a fix, I just go to Ralph's
What?
real quick.
That's
a fix.
crazy.
Because we're grocery shopping. Like Sunday, we'd be
That's
grocery
not
shopping
even
right
a
now.
Fix though.
Then I would just get a little tray that they have.
Well,
and then-
your area, there's. I can't think of any sushi
No,
spots.
there
around
is.
here.
There's that place
Big
right across
tuna.
street from Panda.
Oh, that one in the
Yeah.
spot right there. I don't go
It's
that
good,
side of the
dude.
bridge.
That's how. Really, you never gone to the pupusa place?
By like
All
Stater
scared.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never go to
Yeah.
that side.
Back in the day when I was younger, I don't deal with all that good shit.
Oh my god.
It's not
Bro,
even that
the older I
hood,
get, the more
dude.
white people I want to hang out with.
Oh my god. I'm the opposite. I feel better over there.
Bro, I don't want to know
feel
shit. I
more
don't
in
want
my
to have to.
element.
I don't have to want to worry about the exits and the fucking entrances and sit in certain areas where I'm watching everything.
Just you being paranoid.
I've been paranoid for. Even last night, I went to the bank real quick. I still look in the rearview mirrors when I'm putting my card in and everything. I'm like
Oh no, hell
constantly
yeah! If it's at
checking.
night, I always check.
During the day.
Yeah,
I
look-
do it.
Now that I
Oh,
think
during the
about
day.
Is Bart has a paranoid face. Stop, freeze. That's a paranoid face.
Look at all cameras. Paranoid face. Paranoid face.
Like he's just like, what's going on? That's what his face says at all times. Yeah.
Who am I? Lost. I'm a lost person. We're all lost. That's what life is.
Yeah.
Till you figure that shit out. Then I also like this week's been nuts. Wednesday I had to go get a blood taken. I haven't had blood taken in a long time.
I
Probably
did
10
that
years.
recently.
10 years.
It sucks.
And I had a bubble after she
What?
took it out. But anyways,
Damn, she fucked you up.
that's what happens. It's I don't even know if they're real nurses. Like in a little weird ass spot. But anyways,
Phlebotomist.
so he had me. I wish I would have known that I had a full physical. Where I work a full. And then if I would have knew I had to like stretch and like do all this shit, I wouldn't have worn my skinny jeans. Which I think I'm gonna those up. I don't think I can wear those anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's just
like that. Those pair of pants or just skinny jeans in
any
general.
skinny jeans anywhere. Like period. I think I'm gonna go straight leg.
Straight leg.
Yeah, it's just
Telling you,
like more
I
fitted
like-
but not skinny. Like in between.
Well, you sometimes I see you rock like the ones that are just like skin tight. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you can't move with those. Those
No.
are just. But like I'm telling you, like the RBC, no, not the RBC, rescue ones from Tilly's, they're like stretchy. You can do all that.
But it's
shit.
weird because I hate wearing it where it's like I'm walking and it's like the fabric right here is like either I have a small cack or my shit just looks like a vagina the whole time. Like, bro,
That's a small cack.
like it just feels like that. And I'm like, fuck, like that's why my shirts are long. But
That's
we'll talk about that
fucking
another
funny.
time.
No, have you ever
have
You ever been hanging out with Melissa, of course, and like I don't know, you're in an elevator or something, or just doing something, and you start to pop a boner, and for sure you can see it through skinny jeans, and you're like, "Fuck, hold on, I gotta chill," or you, like you said, wear a long shirt.
I don't have random boners like that anymore.
Damn, dude,
when
you're
I was
already
younger,
losing-
I'd have to, and then I would like fold them up, or my pant like the
Mhm.
lining like that, and just stick them like that. It was crazy. 8th grade going into 9th grade, like that year, like those years. I'd just be walking and I'd have a fucking
Dude,
boner
have
like
you
right
had-
before I had to go into Target or some weird shit like
You have
that.
to get back on that
That's
TRT.
fucking
You know what I
funny.
mean? Like some weird shit. Like I don't know what it was. My boners were
Have you had that talk with
Crazy.
your son about boners and shit?
boners.
How old is he?
He's 9, but
I don't think
He's
that
almost
happened
there.
he's
yet.
8. He's 8, but he's 8. Yeah, so happens we have like 5 kids.
Father of the year, dude.
No,
Father of the year.
but I remember I was watching a music video, and he had told me he was pointing to it, and then he had a boner.
What do you mean? Oh, you
I
just
like
didn't tell him anything.
I
You're
was just
like,
like,
"All
oh, it happens.
You guys were watching American Gladiator?
No, a music video.
right." You're watching Cobra Kai.
You looked at him like, oh, you're just like daddy.
Fuck, I just had deja vu.
You had a boner watching American
No,
Gladiator.
I heard that we said this to you before. Fuck.
Yeah, so you can get him at 8? I don't remember if I.
I don't
What-
remember.
what
young
grade is that?
age. Second grade.
Damn, that's super young. I feel like I don't remember that till like maybe middle school.
But I think when you're young like that, you probably get boners, but obviously you just don't know why.
Oh yeah, maybe.
You know what I mean?
Fucking
Deep
around
for
with
me, I
little
don't know.
boners.
That's funny how that is a thing. That's
I'd rather deal with that than having a
But have
little-
you thought
girl
about it? Like, what are you
period
gonna
and
tell
stuff,
him,
yeah.
or
Huh?
have you thought about it? Like, what are you gonna tell him? Like, oh well, this
the
is.
birds in the.
Well, hopefully Netflix comes out with a documentary and I can just sit them down there and either fucking.
I'm sure there's one out there.
If you need me, I'll be upstairs.
Fuck
But
yeah, sit down here. Right here.
Just press play, and if you're fucking thirsty, call me.
No, what's
Mhm.
crazy is that I think
It's
because when
fucking
when you had the sex ed class, what was that? 6th grade,
I think it was like fifth
fifth,
grade.
fifth,
I
sixth
remember
grade.
mine was 9th.
But what was weird is, or not weird, but what had happened was, I was homeschooled
Or
those
was it?
years,
Fuck,
so I didn't go. I went into high school or junior high not knowing. I was like super behind on all that shit. Like, the
Well, yeah,
whole,
you're like a little Filipino kid.
yeah, I was like fucking way behind on all that. I think that has to be something that needs to be taught to the. When I went into junior high, I was scared of girls. Like maybe that was just my personality,
That's
anyways.
crazy.
But I just didn't know any of this.
So you never had girlfriends in like elementary?
I had girls that liked me, but they like kicked me.
What? I had a little girlfriend in fucking second grade.
I still remember fucking Courtney Michaels in kindergarten, dude.
Shawn Michaels' daughter or what?
Yeah, dude.
Samantha in
Heartbreak.
4th grade.
That's how he got the Heartbreak Kid nickname.
I
'cause he
remember
broke his
I had
her
Cassie
daughter's
in
son,
6th grade.
a
Dude,
heart and shit.
I remember them all.
I didn't. My early years with girlfriends, I lost them. I'd be playing Madden, be playing video games.
I mean, they were just.
I had
they
a
were just
quad.
little friends.
So that was like the
Uh-huh.
best excuse. Like, go ride a quad.
All sad.
No,
You
that's
can't
sad.
pull out of a parking lot, dude.
Fucking.
Honestly, not fool. You got like 12 kids.
Only had sex
12.
twice. That's
Good
James's
ass batting
joke, bro.
average, baby.
I used to tell James that he gets fucking pissed.
Well, that's totally different. He's way different. I'm not even. Don't compare me to that
Comparing you
fucking
to
guy.
James.
Dude. Talking about weird shit, ridiculous shit. What's up with Carole Baskin? That bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
That bitch, Carole Baskin.
Well, not supposedly, but I guess she is on Dancing with the Stars. She's a contestant.
Who watches that shit? Do you watch that shit?
I watch American. I don't watch them on YouTube. I'll watch the clips. I'll type in like audition. Voice comes. Watch those. America's Got Talent. If they're singing, watch the singing. But the dancing is. Care about. That's a whole hour. Anything with commercials I don't watch nowadays. Like, I'm a horrible sports fan because I'll record everything and I'll Google if my team won. If they did not win, I won't even watch. So the Lakers are playing. What time is it? They're playing today. So I'm having it's being recorded at home.
You already
After,
text her?
yeah. Thanks, babe. I this whole day I was telling me record the game. But anyways, when I leave here, I'll Google it. Once I get home, if they lost, then I won't watch it. But if they won, I'll watch it. But then I'm able to fast forward through all the commercials, which is crazy. I think this is what kind of these are the times that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
I've noticed even on shows, Hulu's, Netflix, all those shows, if I'm watching them and the shit's boring or there's a storyline of that character that I could care less about, I'll fast forward that.
Really?
In the show.
On
I
an
can't
actual
do
show,
that.
I
It's
can't do
the
that.
actual show.
No, that's crazy.
So I'll
You
skip to
can
the.
lose so
I'm like,
much
oh, I like this
information.
person better.
The
You know
only
what I
time
mean?
I fast forward if it's like I'm watching something on demand, like fucking Yellowstone or whatever, and there's option to fast forward, then I'll do that, like for commercials, but not through the show. Because what's the point of watching the show if you're just gonna skip through shit?
I'll go back to Cobra Kai. Whenever the fuck homeboy, the main dude, was talking, I fast forward through his all
Russo?
shit. Hell yeah. And I
Dude.
just watched the Cobra Kai guys. I was like, I like that better.
Fucking guy
So I'm going
is
through
a
all that.
horrible actor.
He's
That's
a
why I feel
horrible actor.
That's why I feel
Is
fucking
that bad?
Carole Baskin's.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
No,
What do
yeah,
you
I don't
do?
watch
Yeah.
anything. Dude, you obviously know I have like 10 different jobs.
I
so
do, but come on, you're right. After this, you could watch a couple episodes.
His face.
I had to go to Costco, dude. Got things to do. Got
Costco's
enough all the time. No, I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start watching shows, and then I get on Warzone. And
Yeah, that dude's acting's pretty sure this bitch is fucking acting first.
Dancing.
Oh, she's dancing?
It's dancing with.
I thought she was a judge.
Nah, she's not a judge.
Oh, it's even be worse.
That's what I'm saying. She's out in the first round.
Have you seen her ride
Especially
that
if
bike?
Vernon Davis is one of them winning it. Sure, he's the most athletic basketball player, NFL player.
fucking Carole Baskin.
Vernon Davis, wasn't he a running back?
I was trying to show you guys something, but I can't find it.
Carole
Oh, he's
Baskin.
a tight end.
Oh.
Oh, for he was at 49ers and then he was with Washington.
Used to play.
Yeah.
Well, used to. He doesn't play.
Oh, he wasn't out.
Smell the fires over there from your house?
It's died down a little bit. I don't know if the fire's actually full yet, but no ash or anything like how it used to be. I wake up in the morning, my car's not full of ash.
That's
Nowadays,
crazy though.
I
Ash
washed my
everywhere.
truck the other day, and then right now we saw there was.
that's
ash
what I was
on there.
wondering. Is like, have you not washed your car? Because
I
my
washed it the
car
other
is
day.
fine.
Unless it was when I was out here in Orange County and my cousin.
Even last Sunday we came in, it was still smoky.
It was really bad out here. Prior to you guys here, I mean, it was still kind of bad when you guys
This week or last week?
last week. Bad. You know how everyone's really active out here? There was no one. I didn't see anything doing.
Well, the
The
fires
air
are
was
still
supposed to be
pretty,
really bad.
pretty strong right now. No.
I'm
No.
not sure.
Well, that shit.
You know what I'm curious about? Is coronavirus hitting the rest of the world, or is it just us? We just
Everything's opening.
Well,
Well, I
according-
could just speak on soccer. Germany, Bundesliga, they're having fans like not fully
yeah.
capacity, but
Well,
they're
same
still
thing
That's
with the
having.
still
NFL.
coronavirus.
The
That's still
NFL is doing the same thing.
coronavirus involved.
But
you know?
according to fucking Primer Impacto, fucking Spanish channel,
Which is real news.
yeah, fucking
They show
Mexico's
crazy ass shit.
impact with it too.
Oh no, it's bad. That's affecting
Mexico, Guatemala,
affecting a lot of shit, a lot of production.
Salvador, but the lower
Ecuador,
ones.
Panama.
Yeah, we don't talk about those. We
Just wait for the storm.
We jump
that
over to
comes.
Brazil and Colombia. No.
Wait for the storm that comes in the next couple months.
What storm?
Fucking
Regards to
flu
what?
season.
Coronavirus?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's so crazy. It's
Just
so
wait.
even at work.
And
'cause
the
we're-
election.
Well, that too, but at work, it's crazy. If you sneeze, if you do anything
Oh,
like
dude,
that,
it's awkward.
people are like, that's
It's
where we're at
awkward.
right now. You
Yeah.
can't have a fucking runny nose.
I remember when I was going into work
That's crazy.
in Riverside, fucking, I had a fever one day. That was when I didn't take coronavirus serious. Kidding me? Like, they're looking at me fucking crazy.
Like
People
yesterday,
get sick, and we just have to fight
That's what
through.
I'm-
It's a thing.
That's
you
what
get
I'm
sick.
saying. Wait till flu season. Everyone gets sick. Of course, it happens. Usually, for some reason, it happens in January. For it's like people are just gonna fucking confuse out the flu.
it was kind of funny yesterday because we went shooting from when my godson's 19th birthday, and you know, shooting the gun community is most likely Trump, pro Trump and shit. So the instructor guy, the guy was doing the what's this thing called, the clay thing. Like yeah, he sneezed and he looked around and we're just like, all right, we're outside, but it was just weird. And even I think I sneezed too, like when we were shooting the handguns. Everyone was just looking at me like,
Well, what's crazy, where that article you sent with the World Health Organization, where they're saying your child has to be tested or get the vaccine to go back to school.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
I knew that
And
was
mandatory.
if
gonna
you
be a
don't
thing.
fill out the paperwork to go through the process of you not wanting your kid to be vaccinated,
They're gonna do
if
it.
they're in school that day and they come to vaccinate
That's you
those
basically
kids,
saying it's okay.
yeah, it's
Oh,
basically
shit.
saying you're okay with like what he
You
just
know
said.
what this?
So
What
you
I
have
also
to-
think.
That's that I hate all that bullshit. Amazon, Amazon is fucking me in the ass right now. Like I've
Why?
ordered 2 home gym things.
I told you that wasn't gonna come.
No, they literally fucked me because they sent me a package. It was an envelope full of USPS envelopes saying that tracking number was my gym. So I had to contact the seller. I was like, "Yo, this is a scam. You sent me this." But thank God I did it on my credit card, so Amazon refunded me my money. They sent me envelopes,
Whoa.
an envelope full of other envelopes.
And it said that
What?
was your gym.
That was, and on Amazon it said it was delivered.
Oh
That's
shit!
That happened
crazy.
twice to me, 3 times.
Different sellers.
Different sellers.
that
The
happened to
same
one-
item, but 3 different sellers.
Something similar happened to my buddy.
Well, it's because you're trying to go cheap, though, huh?
No, I spent 1,010.
Oh shit!
That's not cheap.
Yeah,
It's not a
cheap.
fucking board shorts.
How much are those?
These are $15. I don't
Yeah,
buy
that's cheap.
board shorts
One
over
of
there.
my
But I
buddies-
got them.
One of my buddies ordered
Fuck.
some soccer jerseys, some like I guess I don't know, Barcelona, whatever, and it was through like it wasn't even like the seller wasn't even like a fucking jersey seller. It was like sports, like shoes, everything, and they sent him a box of tennis balls, and they told him that was his jersey because the tennis balls had the jersey name on there,
That's fucked up.
like the
See,
whatever
it's
it
turning
was.
into eBay. Remember eBay? If you didn't read the description, they'll send you a PS4 box.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
Like,
I don't remember that. But Amazon, if
Well,
I
yeah.
didn't pay with my credit card,
Mhm.
I'd be out of at least almost $2,000 because I've ordered it 3 different times, 3
Well,
different sellers. But which is crazy
so
is
$3,000.
whatever. I don't know math, but which we've seen at Laguna Beach. Fuck you! You don't know math either, because you try to divide 60 between 3 people. I said it's $20. you went to your calculator for that shit.
I was so disappointed in myself. Like, I don't know why. I just thought, okay, it might be complicated.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing, and then I was like, what? Like, and while I was doing it, I was like, why am I looking this up?
I seen it in your fingers because I couldn't.
I think
see
it's
your eyes
also
yet.
because we're just so used to just
jumping on there,
and then doing
Yeah,
it.
because we always calculate each other for Venmo. Like, here, who's gonna send what?
Yeah. That's like that fucking show we were talking about earlier,
Oh, the social one.
the social dilemma.
That's different.
No, it's the same thing. Like we're fucking our phones are basically our fucking lives and shit. Like
It's an attachment,
yeah, for sure.
basically.
No,
It is. It's part of
we're an attachment to it. That shit controls us. Controls you for sure because you're over there ordering fucking.
Does it
envelopes
feel
from
weird when you
Amazon.
get mail? Old school.
Fucking the mail, actual mail?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why they give you the choice nowadays. Do you want email or actual?
Yeah, I know. But when I actually get mail, I'm like,
I feel
always
like
say,
it's a bad
it's
thing when I
annoying.
get actual mail.
I always
Huh?
say
It's
actual
like a
mail.
negative when I get actual physical mail. I
Yeah,
can hold.
it's always like something that
Yeah,
you're
it's
getting
like
charged.
a bill or something. Or I just got
a new card maybe
Next
Replacement
week.
card.
the week of the 28th. I have to go do jury duty. Or I have to call in next Sunday to see.
Oh,
Oh
for
my
real?
God.
They're doing jury duty again?
I heard that the courts were closed, but maybe something.
They're closed because City Riverside. I want to go get a business license on Friday. That shit was closed.
Well, obviously the courts can't be all closed. Maybe for like major criminal charges, obviously it has to be open.
Fuck, I hope I don't get fucking one because I always get chosen into the fucking on the actual jury.
I think I get chosen.
Yeah, he has the worst luck with
I
that.
always
And I'm
get
the-
chosen.
And I'm the opposite, and this might incriminate myself, but I just don't go. Nothing happened.
I feel like
You
if
could-
I do that, they're
yeah,
just
I
gonna be
don't
like,
wanna try that.
yeah. If I do that, they're gonna get
Especially
me.
because where I work, once they hear, because in the beginning when they start choosing people for the jury, they ask where like what you do and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
as soon as they hear where I work, they're like, oh, well, we'll pick you. Oh, we pick you because we
Oh.
get paid for being there. You still get your work hours. So they'll let the people that go that are like independent, like independent business owners or whatever, where they only can do a certain amount of hours.
Hmm.
Then they start losing. They have to go back to
One
work.
guy that I used to work at the high school, in 5, he just say racist. I don't know if everyone caught on now.
It
But
Yeah, I
doesn't-
think people caught. But I haven't
Bias, he
heard
was
that yet.
racist.
Well, also it depends on what kind of trial you're on, because if they're like a pedophile trial, you could be like, oh no, I don't fuck with, like, obviously they're
No,
gonna
they
send you out.
they
you know what I
don't
mean?
because
No?
I was on a trial
Like that?
that a cousin did something to his niece or whatever, and they ask you like, oh, are you like, you know, well, like, have you been in this situation or anything like this to your family or whatever? I was like, no, not that I know of, but I'm against it. Like, I already see him as guilty. Like,
Yeah.
I said it like that. I was like, I already see,
So
like,
you're
he
already
wasn't even
biased.
there. The person was even there. They just told us the you know, the
Situation.
situation and what we were there for, and I was just like, I already see it. Like, you know, a child is gonna be innocent. And I still was on the fucking jury, and then but they canceled it because the fucking he was there for 2 weeks, and then one of the one of the lawyers got sick or some shit, so they postponed it. But I think they just did that because they were losing. But that shit sucks, dude. Sitting there with a bunch of fucking. It's always like old ass fucking people too that they choose, and then me and some like token white guy, token Asian guy. It's fucking weird.
So they have to. It has to close it
Non-biased.
on an all white jury.
Yeah.
That suck, but well, depend. Were you getting paid? Or do you have
Yeah.
to use like vacation on?
No, I
shit?
get paid.
Oh.
It still sucks being there.
Well,
Fuck.
yeah. Get to go out and eat.
Yeah, you go out to lunch. I work too, and your regular life, dude. The fuck, dumbass.
Yeah, but if that case would have went through, it's still like an interesting.
No, dude, it's not.
Case.
It's fucking sad. I don't want.
It is sad, but I'm saying like.
the most funniest, hilarious one that I was in was, I think it was like,
Oh, you've been to multiple?
yeah, dude, I've been
Oh,
picked like
shit.
4 of them.
I've only been to one.
Yeah, I've been picked like 4 of them.
Oh.
And I remember this clearly because it was the day Michael Jackson died, and we were in the
Praise the
little,
Lord.
we were in the back room deciding this guy's fate. This dude that so this prisoner.
They're all criminal cases?
Yeah, 3 of them were, and then one of them was
civil?
was fucking like
Wait, so you
yeah.
do multiple at once?
No, he's
no, I've
all
been
four.
there 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, one of them was like someone owe someone money. That's it. But
Civil.
the Michael Jackson one, when it was about Michael Jackson, but when he died, the case that was on that was about this criminal already in jail, and he was doing this like, I don't know, he was in the room where like therapy or some shit with other people, and for some reason he just decided to start jacking off. And he-
Female fucking maybe
guy, and he jacked off on the female whatever she was,
Teacher,
like,
whatever
the
she
teacher
was.
or whatever it was. So, and he was fighting his own case, like he didn't want a lawyer and all that. He was his own
Oh,
lawyer.
that'd been hilarious.
Yeah, it was fucking funny. And the whole time he was like saying, "Well, I was outside naked for 3 hours," because they whooped his ass. You know, and they put him, they had him in the hallway or whatever. But the whole time he was fighting that, but he wasn't denying the reason why he was there. Like, it was fucking hilarious. Yeah, I did. He looked good. And the lady was there, and it was so sad.
What was the lady look like?
You look like a librarian, like
Liberian.
yeah, like
What
big
the
old
fuck is
glasses.
that?
Like
A
old
Lebanese
lady, dude. A Lebanese lady.
We're both so stupid right now. You said a Liberian.
Isn't that librarian for the library?
Library.
Library.
Oh,
Librarian.
librarian.
You just fucking said fuck the R.
Oh yeah, she looked like that.
She wasn't that hot then.
No, she was another lady,
An old lady?
like an old lady.
Yeah, but if you're a dude, you've been in the prison for a long. I'm not speaking about myself because prison scares the shit.
Good.
I'm multiracial, but I look like one race. So
with the paranoid face, so you're getting fucked.
I know I'd have to I'd kick it with the Mexicans, but I'd be scared that I don't know Spanish, so I feel like they'd be plotting against me the whole fucking time and just making me do all the shit.
That's fucking funny.
And I can't hang out with the white boys because obviously I'm 3 tones darker than them.
3, you're being nice.
Not that dark.
Nah, dude, you're darker than us.
And you're 2 tones. 3.
Your camouflage is
Well, speaking of fucking prison and shit, the LA sheriffs, the head dude Villanueva, I guess, was asking LeBron to match the price. So they haven't found the dude that shot the police officers. I haven't looked into after the shooting, but did they pass away or critical condition? Do we know that?
The cops?
I haven't looked into it
Oh,
either.
I haven't looked
into it.
That's what I saw. It was they were critical but stable condition, so I feel like they might have been all right. I know the girl got shot in the jaw like twice.
Tell the story or what? Like, or who are we speaking with? Like, I guess she pulled out the other guy. Like, she was super calm under all that.
I don't know about super calm, but she was just very like
she was able to do.
She was
all
responsible and responsive. Yeah. So apparently, she got shot in the jaw twice. Went through her. You get shot in the arm multiple times. And got shot in the forehead. So my guess is it probably went through her jaw, skinned his forehead, and then got shot in the arm. Where tapped him in the stomach or whatever, and he's probably like this. Or who knows? Who knows what happened? But if you look at the video, she fucking radios it in with fucking her jaw fucking shot up. Radios it in and says what's going on. Out of the car, pulls the dude away. They get in like a safe area where they're away from the vehicle where the crime happened. And then she puts his hand, I forget what it's called, but she basically wraps it to stop the bleeding in the hand. Turn up. She does that and then just kind of like just keeps on the lookout. Watch. These are like a crazy picture where you see the dude's forehead all bleeding, and then his arm, like he's holding his arm, I think, and then her mouth is just blood's just coming out of it.
Crazy.
And the
boy who shot them
coward
had fucking no aim because he literally was like right next to him.
Yeah.
He did a one arm, huh?
Yeah.
Some shit you see in the movie.
Then they weren't doing nothing. They weren't doing nothing for him to shoot.
And it's not like they're regular cops; they're Metro cops. The Metro Link.
They're just protecting the Metro Link.
Yeah.
So it's not part of the.
Yeah, they're still cops.
No, they're police officers, but they're not like out there
They're
fucking fighting crime and shit. They're just protecting like the area.
But how do you feel about the Villanueva asking LeBron put this money out to help? Like,
so I think there's multiple ways to see it. So my personal thing's like, sure, why not? You're a Laker, you're an LAer, fucking someone just harmed a police officer, someone protecting your city. Have pride in your city. Now you're obviously really rich. Or at least say something and acknowledge, hey, I'll give him this much, or put the word out to catch this guy. At the end of the day, the guy is a fucking idiot, a criminal that shot these people. And then it could also be a weird way of them hating on LeBron, saying, hey, since you support Black Lives Matter, they're automatically thinking this is a result of that.
Like a leader in that type of movement and stuff like that, where
they're
trying to make change for that. But that's what I think you're on the right track, because I think it's kind of more of like a lot of things I've listened to. They're saying that it's kind of more like them baiting him. Why would LeBron do it when this is how the police officers treat black people and all that.
Yeah, but that's so stupid. That's a dumb.
But that's
way
what they're
of
bringing
thinking.
it up like that.
It's a dumb way of thinking. This is has nothing. Those are two different situations.
Or you think they target him because he was? Well, I don't know if he was a big voice for Black Lives Matter, but he was like all
He was
about.
trying to be, yeah.
So you think they just like, oh well, look, like you're, all the four Black Lives Matter. So what about these other humans, these other cops, these
Yeah.
cops?
Well, because it's all intertwined, sort of.
I feel like
the
that's what
Black
it
Lives
was.
movement, and then also wanting to get rid of like police officers and all that shit. So I feel like Villanueva is kind of like, well, this is what you want to do, then you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why not
seriously.
match what we have so that we can find out who did this? But it's kind of hard if you're on the Black Lives movement.
It also
like,
shows like what part of. No, it shouldn't be hard.
it shouldn't be a side thing, but that's what it's turning into.
Yeah, but that's where that shit. Like for example, yesterday Kobe Covington fought.
That's about to say
What's
that
his name?
too. Woodley.
Woodley, and fucking they made it into a Black Lives Matter versus a Trump supporter. They made it into
Yeah, he
Oh,
called him a
that's,
communist.
purposely did it. No,
At the
No.
post fight.
well that's a different thing. But so while they were arguing online, so he posted. Tito Ortiz, also Trump supporter, wrote, "Beat that terrorist's ass." So going back to Villanueva thing, it's like, hey, if you don't support someone like police officers that just got shot by this random dude, who knows what his intent is, and you don't want to pitch in, you think that's okay? So that's kind of like saying terrorism on our police officers.
But people are also
so that's hold on, people are gonna look at it that way. Then also Kobe Covington went up and said, "Oh, I'll fuck all these fake woke fucking people." He's like LeBron James called him out for being like a fake woke person, and he said he supports firemen and so shit like that is like that's gonna definitely hit someone in a different way, and it's gonna make this group
Yeah,
look like a
it's
terrorist
just putting
group.
a line in the sand, basically.
But it's also showing like they're trying to put out there. Well, I've seen things where it's like, well, why should we support the police when they're beating?
Yeah, but that's
You know what I mean?
that's situational. That police officer did that.
Yeah.
Not all of them did that. Like that's like a
But that's where it's
really dumb way of
crazy. That's
looking
where
things.
everything's turning into. I don't know if it's maybe our age group where like now we're starting to notice things like this, but now everything seems like it's just coronavirus. There's two sides. Now it's like splits up everybody.
No,
this
that's
is
just
splitting up
America.
people. You know what I mean? Like
That
I
was
always
that
feel
was
like
a political play, two-party system.
that's what I'm saying.
that's-
Everything's political now, though. Political.
No,
like,
once it turned political, is a problem. Because like it's like, hey, if you're wearing a mask, you're on that side
Yeah.
of the fence. If you're not, you're on this side of the
But
fence.
that's kind of the
But that
same
was
situation
also
right
strategy. That was super strategy. Yeah, and now they're doing that with the whole, with this side, like the Black Lives.
now. That leads into like you haven't seen it yet, but the Netflix documentary with what was it called? That experience, social something like that. They're showing like
Social
a lot.
dilemma?
Like this is it's gonna turn into like a civil war type shit. So political, like everything's political. Everything's splitting everyone
Everything's
apart.
Well,
being
the
heightened
yeah,
too. Like,
The first probably be that Patriot fucking what do you call that? All the cars that showed up to Portland to go and fight those guys.
Oh, the
Antifa
the
dudes.
the caravan,
the
the
caravan,
Patriot
thing,
caravan.
the Trump caravan thing.
That's kind of like a small micro example of what you're into. All those guys are just in a thought, going after these other people. Don't
Well,
care to listen.
yeah.
Just boom.
But what they show on the social dilemma thing on Netflix, you might think everyone sees what you're seeing. There's a specific algorithm for you as a specific
tell you that.
person. Well, you're in this type of industry,
Yeah,
sort of.
So
But like for me,
literally
when
my
I was
job.
watching, it was like, oh shit! Like I thought I was seeing everything that maybe like all my
that's
friends were seeing.
crazy.
Well, I didn't see it like that, but like this. Oh, we seen the YouTube because sometimes we send like each other the same things.
Yeah.
Like remember that one time you sent me or I sent you, or like we were thinking about the same thing where it's like the ukulele guy was playing like the Over the Rainbow or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit! I was just looking at that too. So like we're in this, we're all kind of similar, so we see the similar like the same.
So
similar
it's all an algorithm. So I mean, we specialize. One of my things that I do. It's like, and it's not. That's not even the scary part. Scary part. Some of the stuff that we do, where we write words and copy a certain way to make you fear and think, go after a certain thing, and we're like, get more information this way. Then we find a way to turn that into money. And it's like using someone's fucking fears and political fucking beliefs to get money out of you.
And
That's
that's the
fucked up
craziest thing.
thing.
It's all about it's money driven,
Yeah, all of it is.
that's just life. I think we all knew that. They want everything's
Yeah, but the way
money
they can
driven.
target you, they can change your mind.
Well, that's what, bro. As soon as you see the Netflix thing, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's
then,
crazy.
like,
You just walk into a room, you see the fucking books. Like literally what we study and go through all the time. It's fucked up.
and
Sometimes
it'll
it's like,
change your.
it makes you feel like shit because you're doing to people.
It'll change everything. Like, change your whole attitude or how you feel about other people. And it's like, because you're just in an ecosystem, seeing the same shit.
Yeah, echo chamber.
Yeah, like fucking crazy. And they know, like you said, they're doing that. They know that they're changing.
It goes to move you to something else too.
Yeah.
Like,
We
oh,
target
you like this, but we're gonna push
Targeting.
you to like
That's
this.
so crazy
So we
that
do
that's
it.
like
No, I can do
yeah.
that right now. I can target your interests. I can target your last search results. I can target even your. So when I went to IBM 2017, they came up with AI technology where we can get your psycho traits. So we can actually go through your social media, your search history, and find out exactly the type of person you are and what you go after your personality traits. Then use that all that technology or all that knowledge that I've gained from and target all your emotions. Then you're gonna be like, might want to buy this.
And you're
Might want to
addicted
be
to
into this. Yeah.
addiction, being addicted.
Yeah.
Those hits.
I mean, and that's a whole nother thing. That's social media with the likes and all that other shit.
Bad. In the Netflix thing, it shows like that rate and all that shit for girls. Girls are fucking mean in person for all this social media shit. Like
Yeah.
girls on girls being mean to girls. Like
Yeah.
They're savages.
they do savage ass shit. Like dudes
Just
will
like-
fight and then we'll be fine.
just like the
Girls
UFC
do some,
fighters.
like,
The
psycho
girls,
warfare.
they're better than the guys.
No, but that's like on
because they're
some.
vicious.
They do some feeling,
You know
like
who
get into
kills
your
themselves the
feelings and all that
most?
shit.
Out of all this shit, the Korean pop star. Yeah, so K-pop is probably the biggest thing. You don't know about it, but it's actually bigger than anything. It's ridiculous how big it is, and like these little Korean pop stars that they put makeup on, it's fucking weird. It's part of their society they live in too, but they're constantly killing themselves because of pressure.
Yeah, because
They are.
they're into the social media, and then
Someone says something, it's too.
there was one that just happened recently too, right?
They happen all the time.
It was a big one.
Yeah,
I don't even know what the.
yeah. Like
Band
we
is.
worked with. Yes, I was like, who the. Oh, for 2 years after that, Twitter account, because I had access to it, getting crazy hits from something we did in 2017. Like, ridiculous how big. Like the Beatles. It's just
It's downhill from
it's
here,
insane.
baby.
Next
Every
next
generation
week,
says that.
Next
but-
week you're listening to fucking BTS.
Oh, no.
Or and you'd probably like that shit. Oh,
Rap
now you're
stars.
Latin.
I'm sure there's a Latin BTS out there somewhere. Oh, there is. It's what's their name? I saw them on fucking MTV the other day. I guess they're-
MTV.
yeah, they're
Still?
huge. Well,
What?
MTV
I don't
Music.
watch MTV.
Oh, I
Music
was gonna say it
Awards.
wasn't Rob Dyrdek on there.
That's like all ridiculous. Every time I
Ridiculousness.
look on
That's,
MTV,
it
it's
should just be called
ridiculousness.
ridiculousness.
TV's not even. I don't even watch regular TV. Sports activity.
Or I'm always like on YouTube or Prime or.
Oh, what?
Well,
Well, at least when we were fucking. I'll let you get into this then. The youngest ever.
Youngest or the oldest?
this kid
Youngest.
is a fucking G.
I don't even want to.
First of all, we couldn't have done this when we were kids. And his name is, I don't even know how to say his name. Momcillo
Gabrick.
Gabrick.
Mamilio. Every.
Momcillo Gabrick. Well, so around the World War II,
1914.
1914, this kid, where's he from?
I think he's in the Croatian Home Guard Infantry. Guessing
Croatia?
Croatia.
So this kid lost his entire family in one day. So
The
let's show
house is
day.
burnt
I
down.
got a story.
people showed
mom, the
up. So
dad,
the
yeah.
whatever the bad guy showed up could kill his parents, his sisters,
Burnt
and the
house
only
down.
way he survived because his dad that day he had sent him off to his uncle's house, and that's how he survived. So this kid, which was 7 at the time, was like, "Man, I lost my whole family." So he found a soldier. Uh, I guess
Well, they heard about his
decorations of-
story.
They heard about his story.
So
they
they
found
took him
soldiers.
in,
They took him
yeah.
in, and they made him into a little soldier basically. But
He's a caretaker.
at 7 years old, he was seeing this shit. He was in the trenches and all that. All the way till he was 10 and became a corporal and something else. But he went through some shit and he got injured during war too.
Like 10 years old.
10 years old, seeing all that shit, and he lived all the way to
So
1993.
Josiah has 2 more years to get there. Could he do it?
Oh, what the fuck was I doing at 8? Not that at all.
Oh, for real.
Just
Watching
fucking
Power
chasing
Rangers.
fucking
Like,
burning ants with
jumping.
8?
What's the fuck is that?
Stupid ass.
God, dude. Shout out Twin Palms.
This
You
just shows you
don't?
that they have a fucking.
that
Everyone from
crazy
back then had
number?
a rough ass life.
I think 8 years old. I was White ties and
8 years
roof.
old. What is 8? Second grade? Third grade.
depends on if you got held back, but
The
It's
second?
third.
I don't know. You
Third
don't
grade.
ask me because I
Dude,
got held back,
back
so
a
my
thousand
shit's all
times,
fucked up.
So it was
Third
third grade.
grade.
Weird.
But plus, I was January, so
Yeah,
that
so we were
adds
already
something
living
else.
in over there on 7125. That means, yeah, I mean, by that, we were playing Samir the Queer with the neighbor. Like,
All that are fill her up. Fucking pervs.
wanted it.
But yeah, that
Just wearing a
kid,
shirt,
that
skirt
kid's
and
G,
fucking
and he
blouse.
died in '93.
Damn, yeah, that
Long
was
ass
right.
life.
Yeah,
But
can't
once
say that
the
no more, huh? Samir the Queer. That
You can say
game.
whatever the fuck you want. You just
You
have
can
to
say
deal with
whatever you
whatever
want.
comes on.
Dude,
comes after
But
that.
was that supposed to literally be like beat up the gay guy?
No, obviously not. I didn't ever thought of that about that.
Neither. I just thought that was the name of the game.
And it still is.
But is that what
just-
it is?
probably queer man a hold.
I don't know.
Who knows?
What were you looking at? Elephant Rock?
Elephant Rock.
Oh, I was just,
Phenomena.
I was just on some
Phenomena.
Discovery Channel shit the other day, and this popped up. So in Iceland, there is a big ass rock part of an island.
It
I
looked like
guess.
3 little islands.
It looked like a
sorta.
little island in the ocean. It looks like a fucking giant elephant, like Game of Thrones shit.
But do you think you would
Oh,
say,
it's
"Oh, that
actually
looks
Game
like
of
an
Thrones
elephant"?
Locations. That's what it's shot.
This is Game of
Game of
Thrones
Thrones.
locations.
Well,
too.
what I'm saying is, if we didn't already see that, oh, this mountain looks like, or this is like an elephant. If we would have seen it, do you think you would have spotted an elephant, or they already put that into your mind? Remember that movie with Will Smith, where they're like throwing shit out there. He's like, "Oh, I know, I can take this money from him." Like,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's he's kind of like a con man.
yeah, where they're kind of like,
Where they put the numbers up so the guy will
Yeah.
bet that number.
because
and
he's subconsciously hearing it and like
see
all
it,
this,
yeah.
so that when it comes to a point, you're like, "Oh, well, obviously, yeah, that looks like an elephant," because we've been told, "Oh, this looks like an elephant already."
Oh.
Maybe because
You
you,
know what I
might,
mean?
like if someone tells you a cloud looks like a fucking hippo, you might try to form that. in
Yeah,
your
that's what I'm
mind.
saying. Yeah, 'Cause it does look like an elephant, but if I didn't know it was, then I
Right
wouldn't
there
know
it
what
does
to.
it. I don't see an elephant.
Well, I wouldn't know what to search for.
Bro, you don't see an elephant
It's
right
like because the eye is
Right
right
there?
here. This is the eye.
there?
and this is the
Oh,
trunk.
and the trunk's going in
Yeah.
the water.
Cheek, and then you see the ear right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
I
is the
thought it
ear
was a
right
different
here.
angle where you see the elephant.
You're just retarded. Am I allowed to say retarded still?
Even though you see shit like this, will you still want to go and see that?
Well, yeah. If I
I
could,
would.
I would go see it.
I just wanted
That shit looks crazy.
But there's people that
just
would
looks
like,
like some
oh,
nice
why
water."
go if I could just look it up? Like that's kind of.
if I could afford to do shit, I would do it.
Hey, you're rich.
My soul, praise the Lord, rich.
But when you go to church, it's in English.
Of course, it's in English. That's all I speak. What the fuck? What do you want? Go to a Spanish church
Because your
for?
girl speaks Spanish. So I thought you were going
So no, we
to
got
her
a
family.
Christian.
Said that you're
Is
going
there a
to some-
Christian Spanish church?
Yeah,
There's-
Catholic. There's probably even the Buddhist
there's
Spanish
Catholic.
church. Have you been to a
So
church
she's
of a
Christian
different
now?
race? I went to one time
As in,
as an African American. I went to an African American church with my buddy,
is that a church? It's a Baptist.
but it was just all African American.
I know, but I don't know if you can.
I don't know. It was
You're
just
talking about they do that all the time. It's
That's just, but if
primarily
you're
African.
primarily, but it's not like, oh, that's a African American.
Oh no, I never said
Well,
that.
no one
I
said
said,
that. You just
"You
put words in his
son of a
mouth
bitch."
now, you fucking idiot. It's like before we would go to church, for the one we used to go to right there on
Seventh Day
Arlington.
Adventist and all that shit.
Before that, it was Samoans. But we see Samoan dudes finishing up, and then
And then
And then it was
Hispanics would
us,
come
yeah.
in. Yeah, so I went to one of those. I actually liked it. It was pretty cool. Cause it was like more upbeat, and it was like, I don't know, the music probably.
Well,
was-
yeah, the church now that we go to, like a mini concert before. The music, the lighting, everything.
I always
just
tripped
on
out
point.
like on those big churches like Harvest,
Harvest
when they
yeah.
would do like an Angel Stadium and shit like that.
Harvest Crusade.
That's fucking
I went
nuts,
there. I've been
dude.
there so many times.
in the grove.
Only been to Harvest, Sandals.
I've never been to any of those. But his dad was a pastor.
Yeah,
Just-
because they're trying to get that money. It's all about
Yeah.
money, baby. At the end of the day, it's fucking money,
Yeah, dude.
money,
There was
money.
this polls. And I was like,
Well,
bro.
keep those open, but at the same time, like, this shit, everything comes back to money. That's just life. It makes the world go around.
Some of those fools that are on TV, they look evil as shit.
But
yeah.
Like
the
preachers,
Olstein dude, he does stadiums and shit. They have like their own fucking private planes.
that guy that's-
like,
that
bro,
blew-
you
that blew
are.
coronavirus away.
So the people that come to see you preach and all this are downtimes, no money, but you're out here preaching all this shit, but you're able to. That's why
How's
I'm
it
like,
supposed to
this is
travel?
just a fucking guy. What this is a guy.
Well, he doesn't claim that. I'm sure.
But I'm
sure he
just saying,
claims
all
that
these preachers and out there,
he gets
No, but
word
some of them
from
kind of
people.
claim that they have some kind of
Yeah, like
not-
they're getting word from
like
God.
yeah, like power type
but
of shit.
it to me, it's weird going to. I'll go to church, all that. But to me, to listen to this one specific guy, or multiple preachers or pastors, however you want to say it,
Mhm.
and he's telling you this certain shit, you're a fucking guy. You bleed and you breathe, just like I do.
Oh, you go to church.
I
So
do go to
explain
church,
that.
but I go to church because Melissa wants to go to church and my kids. It's a good thing for kids to have like a
Mhm.
starting point and to be guided in a certain way and principles and stuff like this.
So, okay, but my question was, you're there. All them.
No, I see them like I'll listen, but I'm just saying like I've been here before. I
Like
grew
they're
up in the
giving-
church.
Like they're giving you.
I know
instructions,
the
basically.
other side of this of people like they'll preach you all the shit that they see from the Bible or read or whatever. As soon as they go home, they're on some other shit, and that's just humans. You could be this, I can be this way, but if I'm in this somewhere else where no one's looking at me and doing this, I can be some other.
I always trip out on
Act
the
in
ones
some
that are
other
like
way.
super devoted. Like, not saying like you guys go to church every Sunday. I'm saying like the ones that follow the preachers that try to work with them. Like, and they're just normal people, and
Some
They're-
people
it
just
turned
do
into
what
like a
they do.
cultish. They just want someone
like
to.
they kind of cultish and like they just want to follow something.
And-
There-
they
wanna
there's
be part
I
of
think There's
something.
a few things. People just need to be a part of something. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
then other
It's like a
times-
gang type shit.
And other times people see like, hey, that's a good way to acknowledgement. That gives them something they couldn't get in the regular. Hey, now I'm this person who are following me. So, that's two negative ways to look at it. Positive ways, that's keep.
Which I think, if you need structure, then yes. Like if you're a drug addict, like a type, or even if you're just looking for something that you want structure, maybe you're that type of person that needs someone to tell you, like, oh, this is like for kids, I think it's good because you're
It's good
morals, principles. But once you start getting to the real world, like I did, or start growing up, I wouldn't
You
say.
get in the real world.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
What's it
not.
like, bro?
It's weird, but I'm just saying. Like, I grew up in the church. I did all this marijuana.
God damn.
I've done marijuana. It was called.
Idiot. I did all this marijuana.
Which didn't change my life.
And now my life's over.
No, it's called
You're straight up
Awanas. No,
fucking
but
Dare commercial.
like it was called Awanas, so we'd get like it was kind of like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We wear a vest every week. We'd have a book. We had to memorize Bible scriptures. If we memorized them, we'd get like a badge thing, and we'd have like all
What the
this.
hell?
It was all like that. And then once you get to like teenagers, and then you start noticing on what's really going on, you know what I mean? With like, oh, so this person's telling me all this shit, living their life by the book, by the scripture, at church, around everyone else that's acting like they're living their life at church. As you leave church, they're on some other hoodlum ass bullshit, which just is nothing what they're preaching at church. And I think that's just a human, period. You're gonna act a certain way where you're in at specific locations. I mean, like your church, you're around these certain people, so you're gonna act like that holy type. When you're out home doing your own shit, not around those people, you're gonna wild the fuck out, or not even wild the fuck out, but just not doing what scripture tells you
What
to
you're
do.
preaching, basically.
And different people take the scripture totally different ways, interpret it totally different ways. And I don't think the Bible is something you interpret literally, like
That's why I don't follow
Joan of
religion.
Arc, like not Joan of Arc, that was someone, but like Noah of Arc and all that bullshit. Not bullshit, but that type
Well,
of
do you
those
believe it or
stories.
not, Martin? Because it's
I believe it, but at the same time, I don't believe how certain people are living their shit.
Not like you believe it, but at the same time, you're the hoodlum. And it goes.
Yeah, but I'm
goes
not out
shit.
here preaching to people and then going being a fucking hoodlum.
you sound like
that.
Boomhauer right now. Boom, 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 boom.
That's what I think about religion.
Shit.
That's my educational
Shit.
fucking.
I did not understand anything.
So I went
you
to
just
college
said.
for all that shit.
What's next?
That's it.
Is
One
something
big
else on the
burrito.
list?
That's for the next one.
So hold on. Do you feel like luck is a real thing?
I kind of do, because I've done some stuff where I'm like, what the fuck? Where I should be in trouble for stupid shit, but I'm not. And I feel like people have done the same things I've done and gotten in trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's luck or what you would call it, but I call it luck.
Depends on the situation.
Did I find $100 on the floor?
On luck.
Fucking in front of you? Like we were walking together, but I found $100. That make me.
But you were in front of him. You both could have found the $100, but he
Yeah.
ended up finding it.
I don't think that's luck.
That's different though.
Yeah, that's
People lose shit. I'm talking about like luck, like
like you're walking the
I
street
didn't die
and
in
a
this
bus almost hit
fucking-
you.
yeah,
you
like
fucking-
shit like
it missed
that.
you by like.
Or like I've been on the 91 freeway where we're in the lane and instead of going onto the fast track, the person dipped out of it real quick and we did a 360 and ended up the other way.
I remember you.
Is that luck or is that just happened
I
right
think
then
that's
and there?
luck.
That's luck. Like shit like that's kind of
Yeah.
luck, right? Because when does the 90 freeway not have cars on it coming? And we were able to do a fucking 360 and end up the opposite way. And still be able to reverse and then keep going. That's kind of, I'd have to say that's
And you guys went to Starbucks together after. Pretty lucky.
why girls can't drive. Well, what the fuck? What's your answer,
No.
fucking guy? There's like something. What did something happen that?
No, I'm just curious. I'm just always. Sometimes you're really lucky, and other times, I could tell you, if I go to the casino, I'm probably not gonna gamble because I
That's
hate
different
that
though.
shit.
That's like
Not different though. If you're fucking rolling the dice,
But isn't that all kind of already like they know what's gonna happen, sort of already
depends what game.
mathematically? Like
Casino?
how many people have already played that before you until a certain
Oh,
point where it
No,
hits?
that's a slot. It's totally different. Cards and. I'm saying, let's say if you're doing
But
the.
that's a skill though, also, isn't it?
What's the little
cards?
thing where just the ball goes?
Roulette?
Roulette.
That still kind of seems kind
That's kind of
of
luck.
sketch.
That's kind of luck.
Because the fucking thing's just spinning and the ball's just going around it. And then
It's not a fucking.
I guess it is
Carnival
because you
game
have
where-
to put
where
on
you
that
know how to-
specific number where it's all
Yeah.
black or red.
yeah.
I'm saying I think there is luck.
I don't have STDs. That's luck.
Maybe I was one
Well,
girl.
I've only been with one girl. Melissa doesn't have STDs, so I don't have STDs, so we're lucky. Get on that.
7125media.com. Follow us on social media at Is That My Beer podcast. We're out.